back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, we're checking in for a mid-week review. So today, we're going to dive into the best 5 bourbons under $50. So, probably wondering, Bourbon Judge, what qualifies, right? So I'm going to go ahead and give you at least my qualifications. Number 1, obviously, they're all under 50 bucks. Can't beat that, right? Number 2, these are ones that I just find that I think I love them for different reasons, and I'll dive into why I think they are great bourbons under $50. The reason why I like them, right? And then number 3, they are easily and readily available, right? No matter where you go, you're gonna find them. You may have to go to a store or two, but at the end of the day, you're gonna find them. They're typically not marked up, not almost ever, really. And they're just great, solid bourbons all day, right? Okay. But before we go ahead and get started, need a couple favors. Number 1, hit the like button below. Number 2, no matter if it's right now or if it's at the end of the video, drop me a comment. I love going back and forth. So, I mean, that's really what bourbon's all about, right? Just kind of talking and connecting. And number 3, make sure you hit the subscribe button, right? The big button, subscribe. Okay, cool. So, it is time to go ahead and kick it off. Number 1. So, now when you see this bottle, don't laugh. It's a big one. This is Eagle Rare. So it is a Buffalo Trace product, right? Aged 10 years, coming in at 90 proof. I like this one for a couple of reasons. Well, before I even tell you the reason why I like it, you're probably wondering, why do I have this big ass bottle? So everyone loves Cousin Anita. Whenever Cousin Anita comes over, she loves herself some Eagle Rare. So as a joke, when I went out, I think one of my previous bourbon shopping adventures, I saw this bottle. Actually, my wife actually found it. Mrs. Judge found it, and she's like, "We have to get this for Cousin Anita." So this Magnum huge bottle is all for Cousin Anita. But the reason why I like this bottle, or like this bourbon, I should say, honestly, very smooth. This is probably one of the smoothest bourbons you will find out there. At 90 proof, it is just a phenomenal everyday sipper, right? It packs it doesn't really pack a hell of a punch. It packs like more of like a very smooth punch, but it's great quality, aged 10 years. Once in a blue moon, you may see it marked up because the MSRP is 40 bucks. You might see it like at 48, 49, but typically it should always be under 50. Great bourbon all day, for sure. Cousin Anita, she's putting some work in this bad boy. All right, let's go get that one out of the way. All right, coming in number 2. It's a little one, and I should say I'm going to put all the links up above because I've reviewed all 5 of these before. Coming in at number 2 is Maker's Mark 46. Now this is a small bottle. However, even the full 750 milliliter is only like I think it's like 33, 34 bucks, right? I picked Maker's Mark because number 1, it's a wheated bourbon, so slightly different than the other ones. It's wheated, but it's great quality, and honestly the palate on this one, it's so flavorful, so smooth, and just tons of like toasted like oats, tons of just very smoky as a whole. It is truly really, really, really good. This one was a surprise for me, right? The Maker's Mark 46, phenomenal. You can't beat this bad boy. Look how small it is compared to that other one. All right. Number 3. What are we going with? Lots of good choices. All right. I can't leave out, especially in the top 5 under 50, no way I'm leaving out Knob Creek. Now I will say, this is the Knob Creek, the single barrel, aged 9 years, small batch, at 120 proof, right? So this one, folks, I mean, it's a $40 bottle of bourbon, right? The best thing about it is that you will find this literally almost every single liquor store, right? Every normal good liquor store. You'll find it all over, but I like it because even though it's 120 proof, it does pack a really nice punch, right? But it's very smooth at the same time, right? Always great quality. Even though it's a single barrel, each and every time I've had this, always great quality, day in, day out, right? It's very good. Ooh, I feel like pouring this one right now, but I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna pour one of these because I don't do a bourbon review without actually at least having some bourbon, right? That wouldn't be kosher. We're gonna hold off on Knob Creek. I'm gonna pour one of these, I promise. All right. Before we get to the last 2, real quick, just want to give a shout out to all my patrons. As I mentioned earlier, I set up my Patreon page. I really appreciate all the support from my patrons. We go back and forth in terms of just, which bourbons I'm going to review. They ask a lot of like one-off questions and just great commentary. So I truly appreciate everyone out there who supports the Bourbon Judge from my Patreon page. If you feel like you would love to support the Bourbon Judge, please make sure you hit the link below. Again, I appreciate your support. But again, I appreciate everyone out there as well for all my subscribers. All right, coming in at number 4. This one to me is just special. Again, this is another Cousin Anita, tied to Cousin Anita, let's just say. Early Times Bottled in Bond, right? Folks, this is not a 750 milliliter bottle. This is a full liter. At $25, I'm telling you, dollar for dollar, or probably cent to cent, this is probably one of the best bourbons out there at 25 bucks, coming in at 100 proof. This is truly, wow, it's just special. It is so elegant at $25. It really, truly should be priced probably more, but let's not tell Early Times that. Let's keep paying $25 for this all day. Great, great quality, right? Tons of flavor at 100 proof. You can't go wrong. I'm telling you, this is wonderful, folks, and I mean absolutely wonderful. All right, folks, we are going to go ahead and get into number 5. Woo! If you know the Bourbon Judge, you know how much I am a fan of this distillery, right? And I really do like this distillery a lot. Not the one I reviewed the last time I included, right? Slightly similar, but yet different. 1792 full proof, right? So for $50, this is a great, truly, basically a barrel proof bourbon, right? 50 bucks. I will say the regular full proof is great. If you're lucky enough to find a barrel pick, like your local store has a barrel pick of 1792, buy it. I'm telling you, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and buy it. It might be a couple of dollars more. It might not be 50. It might be 54, 55. But I guarantee you, you will love it, right? 1792 is a phenomenal bourbon as a whole, but their full proof is wonderful, especially as a full proof type of a bourbon. Tons and tons of just great traditional bourbon notes. Again, link up above. I'll put the link up above for all these. This is phenomenal. Folks, I know I said the best 5 under 50, right? And I promise you I'm going to sip one. I'm going to sip one, but it's not one of these 5, even though I do love these 5. Let's call it 5 and an asterisk, right? All right. Well, if you're in a parking lot and you happen to find a random 10 bucks on the ground, I know, right? And you're like, you know what? Now I got $60 in my pocket, right? I'm feeling good. I got 60 bucks in my pocket. What am I going to buy now that I have a couple extra dollars? You will not go wrong without my man Old Forester 1920. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and, I love that sound. I'm going to pour a little bit of this one. Coming in at $60 on the dot. So yes, it's a little bit more than the 50 that I originally promised. But if you got a couple extra dollars in your pocket for that week, this is wonderful. Old Forester, truly all their products, right? The 1910, the Bottled in Bond, this one, and all the ryes. I mean, they have so many different products. All their products are just wonderful. This one is truly, it is just that special bourbon in a bottle and now in my glass. Phenomenal quality. You know, your brown sugar, your caramel, your leather, your oak, your spice. It is truly just wonderful. From me to you, as we say, cheers, salute. I appreciate everyone out there. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and get into it. That remains a buy all day. All right, folks. Talk to you guys later. Peace.